What's good, YouTube? It's Ray Drill. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be bringing y'all what I believe is one of the best formations in the Ravens playbook. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. Now, before I do get into the video, I do ask if you enjoy any part of this video or if you find any value out of this video, I greatly appreciate if you could watch at least 30 seconds of the ad. Because if you didn't know, I actually do not get paid when you skip ads. So I would greatly appreciate it because I would love to become a full-time YouTuber. But anyways, let's dive into this. So you see right here, we do have spread wide flex. Now, the plays that I really love out of this, well, let me phrase that. The plays I'm going over in this particular video is going to be Ravens wide shallow, and I'm going over circle. Now, for my audibles, of course, you see I have Ravens wide shallow. Now, triangle can be a wild card. You can put any run play. I personally love the read option, but 45 quick base is good too if they try to start trying to blow up the read option, because you can blow it up, and also a counter is really good depending on what kind of defense they're coming out in. So they have a lot of good things, and also there's RPO zone peak, which you can keep with the quarterback. I might do a separate video on that because that's actually really overrated. Do let me know in the comments if you kind of want to see that. But Ravens halfback seam is another good play, and PA deep out. So we're actually gonna come out and circle, and the reason I chose to do this video is because, as y'all know, the EA tried to patch cover 3 and make it play better. I'm here to tell you it's still not better because there's still so many ways to dial up cover 3, and we're gonna be getting to that in a second. So I'm gonna show you against cover 3, cover 2. I'm gonna show you some man, and I decided to do cover 4 palms just because this play will actually shred almost any match coverage. But I don't want to actually talk about that. Just please know it shreds any match coverage, and I'll show you what to read when we get there on that particular part. But for starting off, I want you to see that we have cover 3 on the field. Now, what I want you to watch is this curl flat defender on the right side. I believe that's Darnell Savage over there. Right here, yep, Darnell Savage. So what you need to read first. So if they're playing cover 3 and you know for a fact they're playing cover 3. Now, don't do this if you're not sure, but if you know for a fact it's cover 3, I want you to read if Darnell Savage just presses X, we're going to have circle open all day long, all day, literally all day. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So let's go and snap the ball. He presses him. Cool. I'm going to throw my out route right on the break. Possession, catch that. Now, hopefully they don't give you animation when they carry out of bounds, but you will have that legit every single time. So now you might be thinking, okay, well, what if they press? Obviously, then it's not going to be open, right? I'm here to tell you it is. If it's cover 3 and your slot receiver gets pressed by the curl flat defender, it's going to be open 10 out of 10 times. So the reason why is because this cornerback has to respect X. He has no choice but to respect that. Hopefully a person holds on to the ball, but it's going to be open. You know, I can't guarantee you people are going to catch the ball or the throw is going to be inbounds, but I can guarantee you it's going to be open and a viable target. Now, what are some other things, right? Okay, so what I really love with this play is going to be R1. So no matter what zones they have out there, R1 is always going to be open. Yes, you heard me. Always, and we'll talk about that in a second. And also you want to look for square as well. So right here, I like to just lowball R1. Now you don't have to lowball it. Please know you don't have to. I just love lowballing because if the user's there, a lot of times they're going to give you the win for lowballing, and that's why I really love it. Now, what else is open, right? So you're also going to have square that gets open if I can buy a little time, but you see that nice soft gap right there? That's going to be open as well. So the user's already going to be in conflict against cover 3. So now I do want to talk to you about another setup. Yeah, I want to show you the other setup that I really like, and then we'll move on. So right here, you want to take X, put him on a slant, and you want to take circle, put him on a streak. Now this is good because this is going to kill everything besides cover 3, I should say. So right here, all you want to read is R1 open. Yes, he is. And then also you can have that slant, and also as long as you don't get a throw out of sack animation, you can still have square in that soft spot. But that setup right there is most dominant against like cover 3. Not cover 3, I'm going to say cover 2, cover 4, things of those nature. So that's where I really love that setup at. But right here, I'm going to show you against cover 2. But it's my favorite against cover 2, I should say. My favorite against cover 2. So let's go and press. You can still run this setup base versus cover 2, but it just, you won't have that many options. You really just have R1 and you have square because we know circle's going to get covered. So this is why I love this setup against cover 2. So just streak circle, take them, put them on a slant. Now this slant is more of a decoy. Hopefully I get time here, but the slant is more of a decoy because you want to be able to have square. Yeah, I tried to get some pocket presence there. I had a good pocket presence, y'all say. I think so, at least. But anyways, you're gonna have square open. This is why I normally spot my line. This is why I gotta deal with that. But let's do spot a line right here so I can kind of explain to you what's gonna get open. So circle on a streak, X on a slant. So a lot of times you can have that low ball on a slant. You see right there, I could low ball if they didn't have a spy. And this is what I was talking about. So you see that little nice gap right there? I could have passed it up more had I not been getting screamed at, but I'm actually gonna hop into replay. Then we'll take a look at it, move on to man and some match coverage, and then we'll get into some gameplay. So against cover 2, this is always going to be open. Even if they put a spy, as you can tell, the spy is not going to be able to play. The only way they'll play that is if I took off in the pocket and try to throw that, because then the spy will move with me, if that makes sense. So right here, boom, I can lowball that. The user has to play this. He has no choice but to play that or man it up. And if he's manning up a running back, then honestly, we're pretty much going to win, because we have so many other combos that we're going to use out of this formation. But anyways, even if he mans him up, this is actually a man beating, right? You're going to see in gameplay, this actually does beat man. It beats it like towards the sideline some, unless they have just some, you know, superstar person covering them, then of course he might not get a win. But anyways, the reason this is good, because the mid read is not going to play that, so that's good to know. And even if they're dropping him in the middle third, then you're just going to have this screaming wide open, of course, right here, because he's going to be what? He's going to be back here, right? Now, the slant, you can throw this, if they don't have a spy, you can throw this right here, you can lowball that. So essentially, you're making the user have to choose between what? Throwing this quick or throwing this quick. So it's going to make them not even be able to blitz you. So that's why I said I really love this circle play. It's really slept on, especially when you blend it in with the scheme out of this formation. So like I said, right here, you just want to wait from the clear. He's going to pull down because he's not zone dropped, and if he is zone dropped, then that's good for us, because I mean, we'll just take this, you know, all day, or we hit some other concepts if they want to zone drop this up there. So anyway, you can tell that's a nice easy dot. Now, I do want to go ahead and move on to match coverage, then I want to talk about man. So any style match, just about any, I believe cover 4 quarters, cover 4 palms, and cover 6, they all play exactly the same on this particular route concept. So you can tell right here we are at cover 4 palms. So all you need to do for this is just take X, put them on a slant, and you leave everything else the same. So what's going to happen is you're either going to have the slant or you're going to have square. Now I'm going to purposely, no, I'm not going to take the sack. I'll be able to show you. So you're going to have X and you can have squares. You can tell, I'm going to throw square super late. I threw that super late for a reason, just so I can actually go and replay, just so I can show you exactly what's going to get open against almost any style match, because they do it the same way because of the route concepts on the field. All matches are going to play it the same. So what all matches going to do, you're always going to have this slant. So you can tell right here, I could throw this slant now, and you're going to see in gameplay, I throw this slant a whole lot. Now, what's going to happen is you can have this right here on the sideline, because he's going to actually push that, any type of a deep defender, he's going to push him out the way, and that's going to open up this easy throw on the sideline. Now, right here, the reason I told you I waited, just so I can show you where you want to throw this. So you want to throw this ball out right now. You want to pass lead this ball up in here somewhere, and if this is your best receiver, which it will be if you don't mess with your receiver alignments, this is going to be your best receiver. So if your best receiver is running a crossing route against a safety, yeah, you're gonna win that matchup. And then you just want to pass lead this up here, maybe even just loft it or bullet it. It's up to you at that point, but that's essentially what you're looking at. So right now, next we're going to dive into man coverage, then we're going to get some gameplay. So let's go and call man right here, go ahead and press. Now against man, this is not my favorite, but I'm just showing you it can get open against man. Again, it's not my favorite because while we only have 2 options, we only have X and we only have square, but there's, all in all, it's still a nice play. Now, the last play that we are going to talk about is going to be this Ravens wide shallow play. So with this play, you primarily want to run this against man coverage. Again, I really love this play only against man coverage. So in gameplay, you're going to see me running zones because it can work against zones because of the concept that we're about to put together. So for the setup, all you want to do is take square, put them on a slant. Then you want to take circle. Not circle. You can leave it just like this. All you need to do is take square, put them on a slant because X is already on the drag. If you want to, you could re-drag them. It's not really going to do anything. It's just sometimes I re-drag them just because I forget, but this is the setup right here. Now let's go to man coverage just so I can show you what I'm talking about. So the route that we love is going to be this corner route because of how sharp it is. Now this is good because it's going to force your opponents to have to start putting purples. So why? Because we can have the drag, we can have the slant, or we can have triangle, and 9 times out of 10, if that's your best route runner, you're going to be able to get that open on the sideline, especially if you have some type of route chem on him maybe. That's actually going to help out a whole lot too. So your opponent's going to have to start dropping purples. And if they start trying to drop purples, then what, we could take them over the top with actually this play right here, PAD bounce. But I actually touch on that as a bonus in a second here. So anyways, real quick, I just want to show you one more time what it look. I actually show you what it looks like against zone after this, but I want to show you, of course, that slant can get open, and of course I'm not gonna have time, but that slant can get open depending on who's covering him. But it's just a really nice concept. And right here, I will actually just run it against this type of zone just so you can see it for yourself. And then we'll have some gameplay. All you have to do is put square on the slant, snap the ball. That's all you have to do. That's why I really love this play. And then it's just nice because sometimes you can have square sit in a nice spot, or you can always have that ghost route by the running back as a potential check down. Now, as a bonus play, like I said, I'll actually show you PAD bounce. Now, it's nothing special at all. Please just know it's nothing special. But what I like to do, I like to take X, either put them on a drag, or sometimes I like to put them on a slant. It all just depends. But with this setup, the reason this is good is because of man coverage. But let's go to man right here. And it's good because when they start trying to drop purple. So if they're trying to account for that corner route, then what can we do? We can just hit them up top with Tyler Lockett. Now, like I said, I'm just showing this play because it's not like a secret play or something. I mean, it's been in the game for a while, but it's going to force your opponent to have to go to a cover style like that, and then we'll be able to exploit them for doing that because they're going to have to guard that slant, if that makes sense. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Let me know if you do enjoy this small little mini scheme, or maybe if you want to see some more plays out of this, just let me know. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up for this video. I hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.